Hello my dear students, how are you? Now I am going to teach you group discussion. It is not a new topic. Already I taught you about group discussion. Instead I am going to teach much more information in this topic. In order to test one's knowledge, we conduct a written test, interview and so on. A written test can only test the knowledge of a person. Interview can give the insight into his emotional and intellectual quotient, whereas GD can access one's ability to meaningfully contribute towards the team's goal and the way he can work under stress. GD, in short we call it GD, it usually consists of 8 to 12 people. First of all, a topic will be given to the participants to prepare on it. After getting instruction from the evaluator, the participants begin the discussion. Group discussion usually follows three-phased structure. Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3. Phase 1, we call it summary. Phase 2, we call it evaluation. Phase 3, brainstorming. First of all, we have to see brainstorming. Brainstorming means, in that particular section, an introduction will be given and the various members and of their viewpoints be presented. That particular section is called brainstorming. And then evaluation starts. It is where real discussion begins. The participant discuss the topic with examples and the questions. And towards the end, in the summary, somebody summarizes the discussion, mentioning the key points. There are three types of group discussion. First one is called a freewheeling or student-led. The second one is called a moderator-led. And then third one is called a detailed observatory style. We will see one by one. What is meant by freewheeling or student-led? In a freewheeling or student-led GD, the participants are given a room. There, they have to manage everything from deciding the topic of discussion to arrange their seats, etc., etc. After the GD is done, the evaluator asks them questions regarding how they arranged themselves, how was the topic decided, why that particular topic was decided, everything the evaluator asks them. This form of GD examines the overall capabilities of the candidate to work on the organization. The second one, a moderator-led. Moderator-led GDs are more common in practice. Here, the moderator remains present during the discussion. Do you know what is meant by moderator? In a debate, we have a moderator. Now we call it judge. In Tamil we call Naduvar. In GD we have moderator. He gives the topic of discussion. He informs them about the time limits and also often asks questions and also asks the silent member to summarize the discussion. In this kind of GD, the analytical thinking of the participant is given importance. And then the third one is called a detailed observatory style. Some GD also include high-tech methods like closed circuit cameras to access the overall behavior of the participants. These are the detailed observatory style. There will be a room in which the students are accommodated. In the next room, the employer will sit and he will observe everything through CCTV, closed circuit camera. In this kind of GD, participants are observed from another room using audio-visual aids. The examiner evaluates the candidates according to the behavior in the absence of an evaluator, physically present before them. This is called detailed observatory style. Okay. Now let's come to different types of topics. There are three kinds of topics in GD. One is called factual, and then controversial, and then abstract. Okay, we will see one by one. Factual topic is the one that is based on a fact. In real life situation, we have a lot of factual topics. Day-to-day happenings. Example I am going to give you now. The role of United Nations in international peacekeeping, the state of women in India compared to other countries, and so on. And then controversial topics we have, in which debatable questions are discussed, such as which is the land of opportunities, India or the West. This sort of topic, a controversial topic. And then abstract is nothing but, non-knowledge based. In GD, we have to take note of points of key words and viewpoints. When a topic is given, first of all, you have to find out the keywords and ask yourself questions like when, where, who, what, and how. These are the topics, these are the key words you have to use. What questions are you going to ask, and what are the things that you are going to discuss. Everything, you have to prepare you have to prepare it well planned, and these sort of questions you have to ask, and for which these keywords are to be used. Now let me come to spelt method. What does mean by spelt? Spelt means social, political, economic, legal, and a technological method. In short, we call it a spelt. When a topic is given, try to see that from these angles. For example, we have a great issue going on now, COVID-19. The issue of COVID-19 can be seen in all angles, such as social effects, political involvements to provide relief, and then economic effects, and what technology can be used to give warning beforehand, etc. Employees select the candidates with the qualities they want. In the group discussion, they look for the quality and select the best fit. Now, we are going to see different categories of participants. Participants of a GD can also be divided into various categories, such as initiator, coordinator, sharper, finisher, leader, innovator, conflict manager, talking terror, and silent member. Let us see one by one. Initiator. Initiator is the one who initiates the discussion. Coordinator is the one who makes the silent members talk in group discussion. There are some silent members who simply sit and watch, they won't open mouth. The coordinator among the group discussion, the members, the students I am talking about, one among them will be coordinator. They don't call themselves as coordinator, just actually we find out, this particular person is the coordinator, this is the initiator, who begins the topic first, and who coordinates, who is the sharper, finisher, everything we decide. Actually, they don't call themselves, I am the coordinator, I am the initiator, and so on. So, the coordinator who makes the silent members talk. And then, sharper, one who gives direction to the team. Actually, they should not go away from the topic. They have to, discuss only the relevant points which are, fit to the topic. They should not go away from the topic. So, one among them will give direction to the team. And then, finisher, one who keeps a time check and makes the team finish the task on time. And then, leader, one who leads the discussion and shows leadership skills like making all participants speak. Innovator, one who comes out with new ideas. And then conflict manager we have, one who takes care of the smooth functioning of the discussion. And then talking terror, silent member. These two members are very crucial one. So we should not be a talking terror, we should not be a silent member. Okay, one who keeps on talking at length without giving any chance to others. That people are called a talking terror. And then some silent members who hardly speaks but listens to others. In group discussion, we should not be a talking terror, we should not be a silent member. Okay, we have to be an innovator, we have to be conflict manager and so on, but talking terror is not advisable. And the qualities that are vital in GD. The employees look for the right qualities. Problem solving capacity, analytical thinking, communication skills, teamwork, receptiveness, and so on. Problem solving capacity. You should not speak just for the sake of speaking. Speaking something irrelevant to the topic is not acceptable. We have to speak what is relevant to the topic to be spoken. The focus should be on talking the team towards the points of solution. The focus should be on taking the team towards the points of solution. And then discussion, which is meaningful, can only serve the purpose. And then analytical thinking. Analytical thinking is the most required one to solve a problem. When we analyze a problem from various angles, we get to know the pros and cons of the solution. In group discussion, we get to know all possible advantages and drawbacks of a solution, which makes it easier to come to the solution. So this is the most important one in group discussion the employer will seek for. And then communication skills. It's very important to get your ideas set across to the members in a clear way. Clarity is important. When you speak, the words that you pronounce, how you effectively communicate is very important. The evaluation of your performance is done only on the basis of what you speak, but how you speak also matters. How you present the topic is very important. And then teamwork, the way we approach the problem and get the whole team involved in a productive manner, will speak volumes about our leadership skills. We should remember that we are a part of a team. So keeping it in mind, we have to what? Receptiveness. Being receptive means accepting others' opinion also. It's important to understand what others say. Give equal importance what others say. If somebody gives opposite to your views, accept and try to defend your idea in a different way. In a discussion, nobody is right and nobody is wrong. So acceptability is very, very important one. Finally, I give you tips to improve your performance. Dress properly. Be confident. Keep your pen and paper. Body language. Don't interrupt frequently. Communication skills. Initiate the discussion. Do not be aggressive. Acknowledge others' points. Do not keep points in store. Do not get personal. Be flexible. Participate throughout and do not be repetitive. Remember, you are in your team. You have to motivate others. And then finally, someone among you must summarize the discussion. So these are the things that we have to keep it in mind to go for a GD. Okay, my dear friends, I hope this lecture will be very useful to you. I'm going to meet you with some other topic in the next video lecture. So be safe and save your family. Stay at home Thank you very much.